P.T. Usha. P.T. Usha or Pilavolakandi Hikeparambil Usha is a famous Indian athlete who ruled the race track field with a super speed. Golden Girl, Udan Pari, Fairy Who Flies and Paioli Express are the many nicknames given to the Queen of Indian track and field. P.T. Usha was born on 27th June 1964 in a small village called Paioli in Kerala to a poor family. Her journey on the track started in 1979 when she was 15 years old. When P.T. Usha was in grade 4, her physical education teacher made her race with the school champion who was in grade 7. She won that race and that was a start on the track field. Her first few medals on the world stage came soon. She won 4 gold medals for India in 1980 at Pakistan Open National Meet and a gold medal in 1982 at the World Junior Athletics Championships. She started winning the 100-meter and 200-meter races worldwide. Her mind was now set on 300-meter and 400-meter race and hurdles at the Olympics. At the tender age of 16, she qualified for the 1984 Olympics and is still the youngest Indian athlete to qualify. Her coach Nambiar Sir had discovered that she had a good strike pattern and frequency. She was a smooth runner but so far had lacked the exposure to any international competition. She had no idea how fierce her fellow runners would be. But in the pre-qualifiers, she beat the silver medalist racer. This experience gave her tremendous confidence. The Golden Girl confidently went on to run in the Olympics with this win in the pre-qualifiers under her belt. In the actual race at the Olympics, she blazed through the tracks but missed a bronze medal in a nail-biting finish. Her foot was in the front, but the other racer had put her chest out and crossed the finish line. It was the photo finish that ultimately decided that P.T. Usha would not get a medal. She had missed the medal by a 100th of a second. P.T. Usha was disappointed but did not give up and kept practicing patiently. She emerged a winner in 1985 at the Asian Track and Field Championships in Jakarta, where she set an Asian best record of 55.42 seconds. It is still the best national record for India. In the 1988 Olympics, her performance was clouded by a nasty heel injury. The young girl had to battle language barriers and hence was lonely at the Olympics. The experience was very difficult for her. She was in pain and lost out in the heats itself. She came back home nursing her injury and had to deal with public anger for a defeat after high expectations. She dealt with the anger of her fans patiently, and after a long recuperation period, she started practicing on the track again. Then came the 1989 Asian Championships. P.T. Usha was determined to win and show the world that she was the same speedster, the Paioli Express. She participated in all 6 events and won 4 gold and 2 silver medals. India's Udan Pari was flying across the track and was unbeatable. Running and winning wasn't always easy. At times she would be scared looking at other racers who were muscular and stronger. But she overcame this fear and kept her mind on winning. The Beijing Asian Games was a challenge she couldn't give up. It was here that she won 3 silver medals despite having very little time for practice. After proving her speed to the world, P.T. Usha decided to retire from athletics in 1991 and got married and had a baby soon thereafter. But she could not give up running on the track. She surprised the world by winning 2 bronze medals at the Asian Championships in Fukuoka, Japan 1998. At the age of 34, she set a new record at 23.27 seconds for 200 meter in Fukuoka, where she beat her own previous record of 24.29 seconds from the 1994 Asian Games of Hiroshima. She was honored with titles such as Sportswoman of the Millennium and Sportsperson of the Century by the Indian government. P.T. Usha was awarded the Arjuna Award in 1983 and the Padma Shri Award in 1985. The Golden Girl had won a total 101 medals for India until she retired in the year 2000. Out of these, the most significant were 4 gold medals in 1980 at the international meet, 5 gold and 1 bronze medal at the Asian Track and Field Championship in Jakarta, She won the medals in the 200 meter, 400 meter, 400 meter hurdles and 4x400 meter relay categories. She won 3 silver medals at the Beijing Asian Games in the 4x100 meter relay. With 5 gold medals, Usha holds the world record for the most gold medals earned by a female athlete in a single track meet. Usha was recognized internationally with titles such as Asia's Sprint Queen, Greatest Woman Athlete 1985, Best Athlete in Asia, and Adidas Golden Shoe Award for the best performance at the Seoul Asian Games in 1986, where she won 4 gold and 1 silver medal. Her contribution to Indian athletics didn't stop here. She started the Usha School of Athletics in the year 2002, committed to discover and train young girl athletes. Her school is free and provides the best coaching facilities for girls at the grassroots level. It is said that the school has created 8 international athletes and 2 Olympians till 2017. She is determined and dreams that one day her students will bring home the medals she missed at the Olympics. A girl from a small village who went on to become the Golden Girl, a legend for India, P.T. Usha is a true Udan Pari who flew across the world with the Indian flag fluttering proudly. Rana Pratap Singh, famously known as Maharana Pratap, was a great ruler of Mewar, located in modern-day Rajasthan. He belonged to the Sisodia clan of Rajputs. Rajputs were warriors who were originally from Rajasthan and parts of central India. He was born on 9th May 1540 in Kumbhalgarh Fort near Udaipur in Rajasthan. He was the eldest son of Maharana Uday Singh II, founder of Udaipur, and Maharani Jaywanta Bai. It is said that when Uday Singh II was a young prince, he was the target of an assassination plot for the throne of Mewar. His wet nurse, Pannadhai, took the prince out of the royal cradle and placed her own child there instead to save the prince. Many years later, Uday Singh II returned and took back the kingdom. Without Pannadhai's bravery and her sacrifice, Rana Pratap would not have been born. Rana Pratap Singh had 24 brothers and many sisters. He had a princely education where he mastered the art of warfare and weaponry. Even though Rana Pratap was the eldest son and next in line for the throne, he was not his father's favorite. Uday Singh II wanted Jagmal, Rana Pratap's younger brother, to ascend the throne after him. However, the chiefs in the kingdom did not approve of this choice, and after Uday Singh II's death, they removed Jagmal and convinced Rana Pratap to rule. So, Maharana Pratap Singh became the 54th ruler of Mewar in 1572. His main goal was to fight for freedom from the Mughal rule. Maharana Pratap refused to accept Akbar as the Emperor of India and fearlessly fought against him all his life, even when all the other Rajput kings were becoming Mughal allies. In spite of many attempts at negotiations, Akbar could not change Maharana Pratap's mind. This eventually led to the famous Battle of Haldighati. In 1576, the Mughal forces attacked Maharana Pratap's army at Haldighati, Gogunda, presently in Rajasthan. However, Maharana Pratap's army was outnumbered by a large margin, and so they had to retreat. According to legend, Maharana Pratap escaped on his injured horse, Chetak, who showed extraordinary courage and died while saving the Maharana. The Battle of Haldighati and the use of the guerrilla warfare against the Mughals have been immortalized through songs, paintings, and folklore throughout history. It is also believed that Maharana Pratap possessed incredible physical strength, as his armor alone weighed 72 kilograms and his spear weighed 80 kilograms. Maharana Pratap married his first wife, Maharani Ajabde, in 1557. They were soon blessed with a son named Amar Singh I. Maharana Pratap died on 29th of January 1597 at Chawand, Rajasthan, during a hunting accident. He was succeeded by his son Amar Singh I, who eventually gave in to the Mughal Emperor Jahangir in 1615. Maharana Pratap is one of the most celebrated warriors in Indian history and one of the few leaders who defied the might of the Mughal Empire. He is a symbol of Rajput bravery, determination, and pride, and still continues to inspire the youth of today. Mohenjo-daro is one of the largest cities of the ancient Indus Valley civilization, one of the earliest civilizations known to mankind. In ancient times, Mohenjo-daro and Harappa, considered as the twin cities, flourished on the banks of the river Indus, dating back to around 2500 BC. This mysterious culture emerged nearly 4,500 years ago and flourished for 1,000 years. It profited from the highly fertile lands of the Indus River floodplains and trade with the civilizations of nearby Mesopotamia. Sadly, after a period of glory, this city got buried under the sands of time. Thousands of years later, in the year 1921, R.D. Banerjee, an archaeologist from the Archaeological Survey of India, began his excavations to unveil this mysterious city in the then undivided land of India and Pakistan. The site of Mohenjo-daro is currently located west of the Indus River in Larkana district, Sindh, Pakistan. Excavations continued throughout the 1920s and 1930s with several teams of excavators. What followed was spectacular. The remains of a full-fledged prominent city, lost in time, was excavated. The city of Mohenjo-daro was divided into two parts, the citadel and the lower town. The western end has the citadel, an area that was built on top of a mound of bricks almost 12 meters high. Several large buildings and structures at the citadel suggest that this area may have been used for social and religious gatherings and also important administrative activities. This area also has a stupa built on the top. The southern portion of the citadel has a large public gathering area called the Assembly Hall. The citadel also has a great bath used for bathing purposes by the rulers and had steps leading down on both sides. Next to the Great Bath was a large building known as the Great Granary. Certain wall divisions in its massive wooden superstructure appear to be grain storage bays, complete with air ducts to dry the grain. The eastern part of the city is the lower town, which comprises of a larger area. Archaeologists believe that most people lived and worked in this part of the city. This area has the most number of houses, which had several rooms built around the courtyard with doorways that open into the avenues. These houses have different rooms for different activities and were single or double-story high. The streets were laid out in a grid-like pattern intersecting each other perpendicularly. A striking feature of the city was its well-planned drainage system. Many homes have specific room for bathing. The wastewater from the bathroom was directed to the drains that lined the inner streets that in turn led the water out to the outskirts of the city. This proves the existence of a well-planned covered drainage system, a sheer brilliance of the people. Over 700 public and private wells have been found at Mohenjo-daro for the people to have access to clean water. During excavation, numerous objects found include seated and standing figurines, copper and stone tools, carved seals, balance scales and weights, gold and jasper jewelry, and children's toys. Notable are the dancing girl, the priest king, Pashupati seal. Different seals also suggest a rise in trade with different other cities. Some say these figurines indicate religious symbols. Although Mohenjo-daro means the mound of the dead, the original name of the civilization is yet to be deciphered. Several contradictory theories abound regarding the origins of Mohenjo-daro. Some theories suggest that Mohenjo-daro and Harappan civilization had its roots in Sumer, while others say that Sumer had its roots in this civilization. Also, symbolic evidences indicate that the Indus Valley civilization is of the Dravidians who were later routed out by the Aryans. Contrary to this, some theories suggest that the Aryans had inhabited the land and had set up the cities of Mohenjo-daro and Harappa. Similar to the uncertain theories of origin, the reasons for the downfall of the cities is also based on assumptions. British researcher David Davenport studied the increased radiation in that region and believed that this highly civilized city was wiped out because of a catastrophic event involving an atomic explosion. Other theories suggest that the entire civilization was wiped out by the flooding of Indus River. It could also be that the city deteriorated as the Indus River changed its course and people moved away. For many hundreds of years after that, the houses fell apart and the city was eventually covered by dirt and sand. The period of glory slowly got buried in the dust of time. The city of Mohenjo-daro was a large, busy place where many thousands of people lived and worked. However, for reasons we are not sure of, the city went into decline in about 1700 BC. The remains of the city tell us the story of the rise of a great civilization, but its decline remains a mystery till date and perhaps will stay unsolved forever.